in this space? Oh, are there are there columns? Do I need to move around? I would like to say that if you can't move the people, you have to move around and use the stage. And think about your audience. Is it a 1 minute pitch? Is it a presentation? Because those are two different things. Your pitch should be short, to the point, and hone in on all the highlights that make sense for the audience. When you're doing a workshop, you might be doing a longer stint of a presentation. So you need to think about, will people be eating while they're listening? If so, do I want to start with the most impressive information to capture their attention and then go into more details later? Or do you believe that people trickle in late and you want to keep the very important things for the end because you know people are coming in late? Do you need audio visual? I always say, even if you are planning to do a PowerPoint, always bring a copy of it, because I'll tell you, I've gone on interviews, I've done workshops, and all of a sudden, nothing worked. I was like, oh my goodness, the AV is not working. They had a shortage. But the great thing was I I came with handouts. So always come prepared and think about what's the worst thing that could happen to my material and to my presentation, and try to accommodate that. 1 second, everyone. Okay, so now let's talk about being memorable. What comes to mind when, why would someone need to be memorable? Saban?
I feel like a person needs to be memorable because then you know that you've left a lasting effect and that what you've said has made an impact. So I think it's important to be memorable because then that means that you've given a good speech when it comes to, like, your public speaking, your pitch, and that now these people have taken in the information that you've given and it made sense to them. So, you've engaged your audience. So I think it shows all of that.
Absolutely. And Savan, could you give me an example of how someone could be memorable? And then we'll go to Nina and then Brianna.
I think an example would, I guess, be like high energy, because I feel like when people feel like that your vibe is good, then they're more likely to be more engaged rather than, you're upset and, you're angry right now. Like, you have to remove your personal emotions and realize like what you're doing and who you're talking to.
Okay, Savan. Yes. So not bringing that low energy, right? You want to be upbeat. You want to be excited. Again, this is your business. If you're not excited about it, how do you expect the audience to be excited about it? Brianna, what's another way someone could be memorable?
Oh, I was doing the importance part. Um,
Oh, you can still do the importance
okay.
part.
So basically it's important because um it also allows you to be like, if you're more charismatic. So if you're more charismatic, it allows you to get more opportunities. If you're memorable, people want to give you more opportunities, or more, or yeah, just basically more opportunities. Like if you're like promote, like it, like if you are trying to like speak out about your business, maybe people who actually have money, you're memorable and they really like you. They see they see passion from what you want to do, and they see that it can actually really be a success, and then that's when they give you the money. Yeah.
Listen, you hit it the nail on the head, right? They'll give you the money when they like you. Think about when you go to stores or when you want to buy things. Think about influencers on TikTok or IG or Snapchat. You follow them because they've done something that sticks with you or that resonates with you, right? So being memorable is a tall order. Like for someone says, be memorable, it feels like a lot. So we're not saying that you have to woo everyone, but being you, you're unique and you're special, right? So it's like, how do I ramp up what I already have so that people really understand who I am? Because that special factor of who I am is memorable enough. So now, what are some of the other things that I can do in my presentation, in how I show up and show out where people can remember me. So we're not asking you to become someone else or take on a personality that doesn't feel good to you or authentic. But we are saying there are little things that people do, right? So some people might start off a pitch with facts or a song or something that one really highlights who they are and it really connects them to the audience. So that's really what being memorable is all about. So I put three people that for me, when they speak, when they when I hear speeches, when I've watched them on TV or through documentaries or however, they seem to be memorable, but they use different techniques to be memorable, right? So you have Dr. Martin Luther King, who uses repetition. We all know his famous speech, right? What is it? Does anyone want to take a stab at it? What's Dr. Martin Luther King's favorite, most memorable speech? It's
I have a dream.
I
It's in
have
the
a
chat.
dream. Oh, see, you all are on it, right? So, yes, I have a dream. And why do we remember that? Repetition. He states it over 25 times. So, if you didn't know anything from the speech, you knew that Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream. Then I have Iyanla Vanzant, and she doesn't use a lot of repetition, but when I do watch her show, she uses a lot of techniques that seem outlandish and also off the wall, but pretty creative to get across her teaching. So for me, those things become memorable. Then you have Steve Jobs, and he always humanizes himself by showing that he wasn't perfect and he made a lot of mistakes along the road, but he still landed in a place where he's well known all over the country, all over the world, right? So he points out that he was fired from the company that he created and had to work his way back into the company, right? So that's pretty memorable. Like, how many CEOs and people actually air out that they were let go? It makes them human.
Not many.
For me, right. And for me, human, people who make themselves more human that happen to be celebrities or famous and millionaires, they feel more memorable and they feel more connected. I feel more connected to them. So can anyone share a person that they think about as being memorable and why? And it could be anyone. It doesn't have to be profound. It could be an artist. It could be an author. It could be anyone. It could be a teacher. But just who do you find memorable and what do they do that helps you to remember them? Okay, so, oh, great. So great minds think alike. Me and JR on the same page with Steve Jobs. Anyone else?
Savon raised her hand.
Oh, Devon. And
Um,
then Maggie.
I think about like one person I think about is Wendy Williams, just because like she always does that "How you doing," and then the way that she speaks to her audience and like what she speaks about. I think also kind of makes her more memorable. Like she talks more about like tea, I guess you'll say, but again, she's very
Mhm.
bubbly. She's very happy, so I think that that kind of makes her memorable.
Right. Just this alone, she's trademarked that, right? Whenever you see that, you think Wendy Williams. Also, she does give the, hey, I'm talking to my girlfriends and I'm just spilling the tea and I'm just, it's a gossip show, but people who want to hear about celebrities and what's going on and new, they're gonna tune in. So yes. I think we have Maggie and then Brianna.
So one memorable person for me would be like my middle school music teacher. It was because like she always cared about everyone. She never forced anyone to like do anything they're uncomfortable with. She was just like looking out for everyone, and it just made her memorable for me.
Okay. So her kindness and the way that she accepted people with people made her memorable. Is that correct? Maggie, did
Professor
I
Kiana,
did
I
I
don't
hear
know if you
right?
can hear us, but you're breaking up a little
Okay.
bit.
Oh, I can hear you all perfectly
Yes, that's
fine.
correct.
You can't hear me? Is it still bad?
We can hear you. There's just a little, it's like breaking up a little bit and a little delayed.
Oh, so sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my
I
Wi-Fi.
think it's
I'm
good on
sorry
my
about
end.
that.
We hear you better now.
Oh, okay. It might have been my ear pods, maybe in my ear. Let's hear from Brianna and then Nina, someone who's memorable and
Okay.
why.
For me, somebody who's memorable is someone that I actually know. It's my sister's ex-boss. They have a very close relationship, and her name's Kathy Fallon. She owns an actual charity. It's called Heavenly Productions Foundation. And for me, she's very memorable because not only of her kindness, but her passion to help others is very, very high. She puts her own money into this organization sometimes when she can't get the funds. And she's just very passionate about helping children, adults, whoever. For example, in Hurricane Katrina, she helped out people during that time. People with there was like a gun shooting, and she also helped that. Also giving backpacks to people, to children in need in educational facilities. So yeah.
Brianna, can I tell you right now, the fact that you remembered her first and last name, the charities that she gave to, and you recited a lot of her impact. That's what we're talking about when people are memorable, things stick with you. And that's what we want. We want that all of your ideas around your businesses to stick to investors, to stick to people where they're like, well, later I'm going to find out a little bit more about the businesses that you all love and really want to create. But it's that passion and it's that go getting spirit. It's not only about what this person did, but it's the follow through. The fact that you were able to align and know exactly all the things that the person is into and the charities that they give to is pretty impressive. And it shows that you're doing your research of researching other people's business, right? Because people are going to be researching us. And you want to know, what do people see when they research you? All right. And then we have Nina.
So my fifth grade teacher was a very memorable person for me, and I still talk to her like to this day. Anytime I see her, she always gives me a big hug, and her name is Miss Lamb, so she calls me her little Lammy, and she just always told me like she helped me out so much, and especially like teaching and everything. She just inspired me to actually like want to learn. Because with some teachers, they don't have the passion that she did. So she just always told me that I would be special and that I will always like amount to something great. And she still says that to this day. And she always like has my back. Like last year, I was falling behind in school, and she was tutoring me and everything, and just telling me that like I got this, like I got the brains, like I could do it. Like I was just lacking motivation. So she was just always my support.
So what I'm hearing is that what makes your teacher memorable is her commitment to lifting you up, to building your confidence. It sounds like she's a cheerleader, and that makes her memorable. It's like she shows up and she's consistent. So why might, oh, Andrea, you said Will Smith because he is a good actor and he is so funny and he does great movies. Listen, actors go out their way to study how can they bring their authentic self on the stage and be memorable, right? They leave it all on the table. The fact that they can evoke tears at a drop of a dime is impressive, and that becomes memorable, right? So we all have a few people in our minds when we think about being memorable. The reason why I wanted to do this activity is because I wanted you to think about the things that make other people special, because soon we're going to really be thinking about ourselves. And I want you to pull out that thing that you get a lot of compliments from others, and just know that that might be the one vehicle that you can play off of to be memorable when you're talking in front of others. It doesn't have to be anything outlandish. You don't have to be a Beyonce to be memorable. You literally could be you, but it's how do you show you with a little sparkle, right? So you want to use emotional language and show your passion. You all are going to be pitching things that you care about. So the person who's on the receiving end, who's hearing your pitches, I want to hear that you care and that you're invested in the thing that you want to be in business doing. It's important that you reveal a little bit about yourself. I think the more you connect with the audience and they get a little sense of who you are, you become likable, you become someone that they can connect to, and then your story around your business and your product or your idea comes to life. One thing I like to tell people is that you may be super funny and humorous. You want to make sure that when you are doing pitches or any type of public speaking, if you're not a comedian, you definitely only want to pick on yourself and never the audience. And you also want to be careful with using humor. You want to think about who's in the audience, what you're saying, and how it's going to be received. It gets off when people want to be comedian from their friends as to whether or not it's actually funny. All right. So when you see this clock, you see this timer, and you see 7 seconds, what do you think 7 seconds represents? Let's hear from Hector or Gian or Yanni. Is it Johnny? Hector, what do you think the 7 seconds means?
I think of 7 seconds as you have like 7 seconds to start a conversation, like for where, why, and how. You have 7 seconds to actually, say all of that.
You're getting warm, so so it does have something to do with starting the conversation. Um, Gian, do you wanna help add on to what Hector talked about?
Oh yeah, I think 7 seconds means how much time you have to explain your pitch to a person that can promote your business or
Okay.
help you in some way.
So 7 seconds. Oh, Maggie.
For me, I think it's like a countdown, like a trailer, like of the thing you're trying to explain.
Okay, yes, it's we're getting there, we're getting warm, we're getting hot. Um, Brianna.
Oh, I was gonna say 7 seconds is like the impression that you make. You have 7 seconds to create like the best impression you can to be memorable.
So yes, 7 seconds. Oh, you, Brianna and Savannah is in tandem. It's how many seconds you have to just grab their attention. You still get to do the pitch, but what are you going to do in the first 7 seconds, right? When you think about 7 seconds is also the amount of time an employer will scan a resume. They will go back and read it, but in 7 seconds, if a few things don't stick out to them within the first 7 seconds of reading a resume, it goes in the garbage, right? So in the same essence, your 7 seconds, what are you going to choose to capture the attention, right? And it could be in what you're wearing, the first 7 words that you choose. It's the pitch that you choose to speak. It's the It might be your background and what you choose to have on your screen. It could be the music that you're playing. It could be the color that you choose to wear. Everything should be thought about, right? And that's why McDonald's, they don't get 15 minutes to try to lure you in. They lure you in with that with the arch. It's to the point where babies at the age of 1 could see the arch and know something fun is happening there that is going to get in my belly. Whether it's good for you or not, that's another workshop. But we all know what McDonald's is, right? We all know when we see that check for Nike is they've mastered the seconds. So we're not asking all of us to, we don't have millions of dollars to have a whole marketing team set us up, to make that impression in 7 seconds. But guess what? These companies have done it with just a symbol. So imagine the impact that you can make in your pitches within the first 7 seconds. I don't want you to get nervous, but I just want you to know that you can make a pretty good impression on people in 7 seconds. Wow, that person shook my hand and they were confident. Or someone walks into the room and you're like, wow, they mean about business. And they may not, but they gave it off. So I'm going to believe it. That matters, right? Someone put, remember this, you'll see this again. Oh, and in order to do that, the reason why Nike and TikTok and all their logos and pitches and people make sense is because they've practiced, they've gone in rooms, and they've had surveys, they've asked people how did they do. So tape and record yourself when you do your pitch. You might be a little squeamish. The first time I ever saw myself on video, I probably wanted to pass out. I was nervous. I was looking down. My voice was going high pitch, low pitch. It was horrible, but it was so good for me to see myself because I knew there were a lot of things I needed to change. Sometimes you can talk in front of a mirror. You might laugh at yourself. That's okay. I laugh at myself all the time. You want to practice with props. So if you're trying to do something new and impressive, never do it for the first time in front of the people that matter. Try to do it before. So if you're going to use a prop, if you're going to demonstrate your product, try to practice demonstrating it so that you don't get in front of people and everything that could go wrong goes wrong. Let's see. Use a timer. So if you're going to pitch your business and they say you only have 30 seconds, you only have 30 seconds. If they say you only have a minute, you only have a minute or 2 minutes. I remember Rosie was doing a pitch for S.O.A.R, and she's come to these trainings as well, and she's taken some tips, right? And literally, they asked her to record a video in 2 minutes talking about all the wonderful work that S.O.A.R does. And guess what? She practiced, she taped herself, timed herself, and made sure that the video that she submitted was within those 2 minutes. And it was impressive and it was well received. So it goes a long way. When people tell you, oh, I said 2 minutes, man, it was a minute, right? So it's important for you to practice, and it's important for you to time yourself, because when they tell you how many minutes they want, anything that you say tell you a minute, anything that's a minute and seven, they did not hear the last 7 minutes, the last 7 seconds. So you want to make sure that you stay within the time. And we are going to do that after we get through this. So the last thing is performing. Some of you talked about being nervous, getting tongue tied. Some of us are nervous because we are naturally nervous when we have to talk in front of people. But sometimes there's an alter ego or someone that we can be when the lights go on, right? So when they say action, you got to dig deep and think about a person that is similar to you, that you would love to emulate. And maybe you need to be them until you feel comfortable being you in front of people. So get into character if you have to, and just play a role. That way you don't put the pressure on you, you put the pressure on the role. Make sure to have eye contact. There's so many times I've seen people do pitches and they're talking like this because they're so nervous, or they're into their paper so much that the audience and the person doesn't get to connect with them. That eye contact is connection. And last but not least, think about your verbal fillers. It's okay, it's natural for us to say, like, you know, well, those are verbal fillers. Those are words, sounds that we make while we're still thinking about what we want to say. Instead of saying the verbal fillers, you can take a breath. So wherever you want to say just breathe in and breathe out. It sounds hard and it feels long, but it's not. People expect you to breathe. So it's okay if you breathe in and breathe out every time you want to say like, or well. All right, so before we do this, we're gonna take a quick 5 minute break, or what's the timing in terms of your break? So we're gonna take a 5 minute break, and when we come back, we're gonna do a fun activity where you're gonna sell something that's really hard to sell. So let's take a 5 minute break. We could turn off our cameras. You could look at, Instagram or do whatever you need to do. And when we come back at 7:19, we're going to get started with practicing selling items. All right. Are we all back? It's 7:19. Okay, so welcome back. And we are going to jump right into this activity called Sell This Item. So what I have here are a few hard to sell items that you will be broken into different breakout groups and to go in a 1 minute pitch to
Kiana,
sell the particular item.
can you hear?
Hello? Yes, I can hear perfect.
You're breaking up on our end.
Am I still breaking up on your end?
Not at the moment, but when you start talking, when you begin to break up.
Man, I don't know what it is I'm doing. So I have about 5 sellable items. Am I still breaking up or no?
Not as much, no.
Okay.
But you're freezing too. Like right now, you're
So
frozen.
I have 5 sellable. I really don't know. Wasn't having this problem early.
Kiana, as you
Let's
share,
see.
we can try to write the directions in the chat box too. So if you want to explain the instructions and then the words that I pick up on, I'll put in the chat box.
Yes. So you are going to have to create a pitch or a commercial to sell the item that is hard to sell. We are going to break out into rooms. I don't think I have the. See, how many people do we have?
We have 9 scholars on the line.
Okay. So we'll have 3 chat rooms. And as you can see, you have 5. You have a cup with no bottom. And you are going to be selling the cup with no bottom to teachers. If you get the scrub, the no scent body scrub, you are selling the no scent body scrub to Bath and Body. So basically, you want to sell this item to Bath and Body Works. You have a clock with no hands, you are selling that to surgeons. And if your room happens to get a mic with no sound, you are selling the mic with no sound to a performer. So if you get a mic, if you get a cup, and a clock, those are the 3 that we're going to use today. And we are going to assign a few people. And okay. And I might actually, let's see. So we're going to open the rooms and you're going to go into your rooms and you're going to come up with a 1 minute pitch. I think I put you all in a room with scholars. So Mia, did you find your room? Did you get assigned a room?
Kiana, were you saying you wanted us in the rooms too, or just the scholars?
I assigned everyone to a room so that you could support the scholars.
Okay.
Am I still breaking up?
Right now, no.
And I wonder if everyone can see what their group is. Like I'm in the mic. Hi, Leon.
There's audio that's coming on.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my audio. Was it acting out before? Or acting out now?
It might just, sorry, I was talking, I was on mute. I was saying, I don't think it's your audio. I think it's just some latency issues with the internet. Because like it would drag, like it was sounding like internet breakup, like it would drag or like it'll pause what you're saying and it'd be like, and well, then go into, so it was.
Oh man,
I'm
I was sounding like an auto tune. Man.
right. So just the internets are not netting.
Yeah, I'm paying for it, but it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Right? You got that gig too?
Yeah, I need a new router so I could just it'll be higher speed or something. And then after this, I have another meeting at 8:15. I'm like, today is a marathon.
Jeez.
I know. Hey Leon, how are you?
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm trying to take myself from mute. How you doing? Oh, y'all in the
Good.
breakout room? Everybody's in the breakout room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if everyone has. So C Morgan, season one, I think. Rosie is in one and Latoya is in. Okay, great. So they have five, yeah, 5 minutes left. How's work going for everyone?
Hey, it's going good. Sorry. I'm ordering Wingstop for the family.
Gotta
I
get
was,
that lemon
I,
pepper.
and I do the hickory barbecue. Rosie like the garlic parmesan with the veggie stick. So I'm just placing an order now. How's work going for you? You got a promotion, right?
Yeah, kind of sorta. I moved into a new a department, brand new department that never existed. So
Oh, nice.
I'm like the founding. Yeah, it's cool. I'm doing learning and development for the entire agency.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. But now I realize that I'm just doing too much learning and development because my side hustle is learning and development. So I just feel like I don't have a switch up.
Mhm. But you and
So I'm like, ugh.
yeah, so you, Derry, and Chelsea both, yeah, I mean, and Chastity, you know, like had had transitions at the same time.
Yeah, everybody transitioned somehow.
Mhm.
Rosie,
Yeah,
Chastity, Josie, and there. Yeah, we all transitioned this year somewhere
that's dope.
and doing something. Mhm. Lots of changes. Let's see. What time? Before I thought you could broadcast your voice. Mm.
Yeah, if you click on breakout rooms, there's a broadcast button at the bottom.
Yeah, I did a
No.
broadcast, but it just says broadcast message, not voice.
Oh. You know what? They might have took that off while they worked on it because I was on a couple of meetings where we in breakout rooms and we hearing everything that the instructors are talking about. And they're like,
Oh,
oh, but we turned it off. And they'd be like swearing up on, we turned it off. What is going on? And we in the break,
oh,
so then we couldn't really break out because they talking. Yeah, so Zoom
I
might have had
loved
to
it.
pull that back so they
I
could get that
loved
right.
it because some people felt like the messages would pop up and go away, but
Yeah.
hearing the instructions felt good. Like more people had audio, but that would be embarrassing if they said something that was
Right. Right.
not okay. I saw it. I saw some IG and it was so inappropriate, like a Zoom gone wrong. I was like,
Oh
oh
no.
no. It was a oh no. It was a oh no. Everybody was like, turn off. I was like, Ben, turn off your camera. Ben, get off. You're on Zoom. You're on Zoom.
Oh
It was
no.
bad.
Well, he muted the computer or something?
No, I guess I guess he didn't realize that he probably had like another screen or like other windows up and didn't realize he was still on Zoom.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't hear them say calling him out.
I don't know.
Was this the one where the
I don't
guy was
know.
doing something crazy and the video was still going and they like
Yeah, but I think they could have. Yeah, I think that could have been. I don't know. It was just. It was like wow. I'm gonna close the Zoom rooms. And, oh, close all rooms. Leon, your picture looked like you went on school day.
Say it again.
I said your background looks like you took a picture for school day,
Uh,
for picture day.
that's my job. That's my job background. I forgot what my job Zoom.
Yeah, same. Welcome back, everyone.
I think we need more
So,
time, Professor Key.
Yeah.
okay, so two more Is 2 more minutes good? Do you think in
Can we have
2
a
more
whole
minutes?
day? No, I'm kidding.
I think 2 more minutes would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna open up all the rooms again, and we'll give you a good 2 more minutes. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I'll give you 3 minutes.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you.
We had a company event. They made us take headshots at the company event at our corporate office. So they was like, listen, if you want a headshot or you want to update your headshot, you just go in there. So everybody shouldn't have seen everybody taking pictures. It was so funny. Felt like we was in grade school taking class
I
pictures.
know. We need that. But I like it. It's just it looked legit like oh, you take it in front of my background.
Spotlight them, so it's just them three in the middle.
Yeah, pin
Yeah.
'em.
Yeah. We'll spotlight because pin only works for each person.
Gotcha.
Who was in the group?
Andrea,
So-
Hector.
Me and
Brianna.
Andrea and Brianna.
Okay.
All right. So we're up. I'm gonna put on the timer for 1 minute. If it ends before then, that's fine. But 1 minute and we're done. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and go.
Good night. I would like to tell you about this mic that we're selling. It's basically a mic that you can use to, like, if you're an actor, you can use it to basically talk, like, not to basically oh to basically use it as pretending that you're talking while you're in the screen and people behind you can talk with an actual microphone.
Okay, I'll just add on. So Hannah Montana, a wildly successful show. In a introduction to that show, like there is a main character who's singing, and in a scene like that, you would need a quiet setting. So essentially the micless mic would essentially allow you to speak with it without any audio interference, because you would also have to have a microphone for the actor to actually speak. And while you really do not need the microphone itself to actually do the voice. So we're selling that.
And
Damn it.
okay, I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds. It's okay, guys. Gabriana.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We are selling it for $150, and you can find it in a Walmart, very Walmart stores.
All right, and me. Okay, so let's quickly just give some feedback. What worked? Can we hear from our other scholars? Anything that stood out to you? So I need one thing that stood out to you, Maggie.
They didn't have enough time to like speak everything.
Okay. So having a little bit more time or getting all the stuff in within that minute. Anything that worked. I like the idea of using it on a set and making sure that on the quiet set you can use the mic with no sound, and then you can have people with the microphone in the background. So it's almost like a lip syncing situation, right? Someone said that you knew what the product was. You even gave us an example of how the product could be used. You use real life scenarios of another show and that they may use it in that way. Anything else? All right. So one bit of feedback is get your pitch in for that hour. I think that minute, JR.
No, I was just gonna say that price was a little steep.
Make that price.
So to their point, the more expensive, the more exclusive the item. Is that what you were going for? Exclusivity? Everyone can't have it. All right. So we'll think about that and think about the audience, right? They were selling it to performers. Performers might have more dollars, right? So, but if you were thinking about selling it to students, that price point might be too high. So you thought about your audience when you thought about the price point. All right, thank you. Mike with no sound. Let's give him a round of applause. And now we're gonna move to our cups. Cups with no bottom. We have Maggie, Mia, Nina, and Rosie was their mentor coach.
Yeah.
All right, cup with no bottom. I'm gonna put on my timer and hopefully we can see everyone's eyes and faces. I think I see the top of your head, Mia. Oh, I think I almost see an eye. Eyes coming up. All right, so and action.
Okay. Empower your teaching journey with our warm, rechargeable bottomless cup. It keeps your cup warm and I'm sorry. Okay. Can I restart?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll redo. And action.
Okay. Empower your teaching journey with our rechargeable, warmless, bottomless cup that
That keeps your hand warm while keeping your drink warm as well. The name for the product is Everlasting Warmth, and the price for it will be $20 to $25, depending on the retail price.
yes.
And is that it? All right, so let's give them a round of applause. See, everyone is still alive and we're still going, no worries. Don't stay in the moment, right? So even if certain things didn't work out the way you wanted to, the worst thing that you could do is overthink it. It happened, you got through it, it was a minute, right? There's no money involved. You're with your peers, we're all learning together. It's okay. So don't be hard on yourself. Just get through it. We're all in it together, right? So we had that warm cup. It keeps your hand warm and your beverage warm. It was for an affordable price of $29.99, right? Anything else that worked out for someone? I love, yes, to Rosie's point, jumping in. Someone said that the product was useful. It's a great idea. We're going into the cold months. So keeping your hands warm is something that we're thinking about right now. All right, and teamwork, awesome. So another round of applause for our team cup. What some good feedback would be is maybe name your product, give your product a name. And also you had a product, you had a use for it. So just give us a go in terms of who our audience is. Maggie, you had a question?
There was a name for our product. It was Everlasting warmth.
Everlasting warmth. Yes. Okay. So maybe making sure that when you first start, give us the name and maybe bring it back up again at the end. But great job. All right, so we are moving to our last group, which is the clock with no hands. We have Gian, Savon, and Johnny. So Gian, Savon, and Johnny. All right, so let me put the timer on and action.
Time ain't nothing but a number, but pressure causes all types of problems. Our product called No Pressure improves your lives with little effort.
Okay, the no pressure can help you in your everyday life as a surgeon. Being a surgeon is already stressful. With the purchase of our product, you can perform whatever surgery you're doing with lower anxiety levels, giving you the opportunity to perform stress-free surgery. This product is only $25.
My fellow surgeons, my fellow surgeons, you can find this at www.nopressureclock.com. Thank you.
All right. Let's go clock. No pressure.com. All right. So can we give some feedback to our no pressure? And they did it in less than a minute. You actually had some time. The timer just went off. So that's awesome. So let's give some feedback. Yes, we're getting confident, group work, heart. What else? I think right out the gate, I knew who your audience was. I knew it was surgeon. If I was a surgeon, I knew that I could afford this product. I knew that I would get rid of stress. Doctor doesn't want to get rid of stress, right? We're hearing that it's well organized. Any other feedback? Feel free to shout it out. Unmute yourself and just go for it. Informational. You did good on time. You're getting a lot of peer feedback in the chat box. That's awesome, everyone. So the thing is that we did this activity to get your creative juices flowing, because the next 8 minutes, well, actually the next 5 minutes, I want you all to start thinking about your own product, your own business, right? So think about what are some of the things I want to convey, right? You want to make sure that you name your business. You want to make sure that people know if there is a price point, what's the price point? The same way the group that talked about the clocks, they made it very apparent that is to bring down stress for surgeons. So what is the purpose of your business? It could be, what's the purpose of your product? What's the purpose of your business? So I really want you to think about who are the audience members. And when you're selling your business or product, what are the key things they would want to hear that would be memorable so that they could remember your product and your business, okay? So again, if you all did a great job selling a very hard thing to sell, imagine how easy it will be to sell something that you actually could get behind, that you care about, and that's yours, right? So think about the product name, think about how you want to sell it, think about what is the first 7 seconds, what's going to come out? How do you want to sell it? Is it going to be a question? Is it going to be a fact? Is it be entertaining? I just want you to think about that. Now we're going to break out into our own breakout room. And you're going to get 5 minutes. And when we come back, we're going to only hear from those who feel comfortable sharing because I really want you to practice the skill. And I'm going to give everyone a copy of the PowerPoint so that you can look at the different tips and practice. Okay. So we are going to turn off our cameras, and for 5 minutes, we are going to begin crafting how we want to present our business. So great job, everyone. So if you need privacy, you can always turn off your camera. You can get your notebook out, get your notepad, write what you need to write or type it out. Use your phone, your notes. That's a great question, Savon. So I have a question about what you all should be focusing on. This is your business. So if you had, what we just did was a hard to sell item. What we're doing now is we're pitching our business idea. So if you had a product in mind, if you had your business in mind, I think you all went through the fundamentals of business and you at least chose what you want to focus on for your entrepreneurship idea. You're basically pitching that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of people had that question. I'm gonna put some things to think about in the chat box for everyone. Wow, 5 minutes goes by so quickly. I can see all your beautiful faces again before we close out. I can't believe we went through an hour and a half already. How did that happen? I'm not even hungry yet. If we can get everyone on camera, because one, you all rock. Like, I love the fact that you put yourself out there. Like, being entrepreneurs is scary because you care about the thing that you want other people to care about. And this is probably the hardest thing, and you're already winning because you're taking leaps and bounds and you're putting yourself out there. When I tell you, I know people who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 30s, 40s. They can't do what you're doing right now. They are still fearful to get in front of a camera and bet on themselves out there. So, one, before we hear the pitches, I just want everyone to give themselves a round of applause. You could do it in the chat. You could give yourself a little I rock, give yourself a little celebration because this is scary stuff, right? Speaking in front of others, and you're already doing it. Your leaders, your scholars, and I want you to really think about this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? You're going to do amazing things. And the more you practice and the more that you lean on each other, I love the way um, the clock, you guys rounded out and give each other time. I love how with the cup, you pitched in for one. It's a team effort, right? I love the mic, how you came up with an idea and everyone stuck with it. This is teamwork and this is a cohort family. So I want you to keep encouraging one another. And I want to see, do we have some brave souls that in 1 minute before we close on air where we are? This is not perfect. You're going to work on it all week to get your pitch ready to go. But who wants to take a stab at it? Okay, I see some hands. All right, so we're gonna go Brianna, then we're gonna go to Savan, and I just need one more person, right? So we can have 3 people. Awesome, great, I love it. Nina, yes. Oh, you know what? Everybody's going. All right, so let's go. So Brianna, you're gonna go first, then Savan, then Nina, and then last but not least, Jan. Okay. We'll put my timer on. I love this. You guys are so brave.
You're cutting out for me. Am I going first? Okay, got it.
Okay, and action.
Okay. Another morning, another day to get ready. You are just about ready to leave, but not without your jewelry. You try to get the class open, but oh man, is it taking you forever. You end up giving up and run out the door. Well, do I have the solution for you? I'd like to tell you about my company called Uniquely You. Personally, I have always struggled with anxiety, and at times it causes hand tremors. This has made it difficult for me to open those stubborn clasps on jewelry. My company will strive to create accessible, friendly jewelry made with magnetic clasps, making putting on jewelry a breeze. Our prices range from a reasonable $5.99 to $15.99. You can obtain these products through my website called uniquelyu.com. Get your Uniquely You jewelry now.
You come on, Brianna. Come on. Clap, 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 clap. Yes. I love it. You have a product. You gave me a backstory. I felt connected to you. Man, you blowing this out the order. You guys are on fire tonight. We're gonna give overall feedback later, but keep that energy, keep it up. I hope that activity helps you get into the mood of selling yourself, selling your product. Now we're gonna go to the next person. Who's next? We had Savan.
Yep.
And you did it in less than that. Look, the minute's going off now. All right, so Savan, and action.
I'm a 15-year-old girl who fell in love with my culture, and I'm here to teach the youth about falling in love with theirs. Well, some may ask, how do you do that? You open yourself up to exploring your culture. And I did that by joining the Schomburg Junior Scholar Program and starting a club at my high school called the Black American Culture Club. I go out and speak to the youth in our generation about how to spread awareness and let them know that they are enough. My business intertwines with my personal experience and provides education when it comes to connecting people through spoken word. It only costs your time, vision, and creativity because that's just enough. You can find us at www.youareenough.com. I'm Savon Johnson, and my business is You Are Enough because I realized I'm enough, you are enough, and we are enough. Thank you.
You know what? Y'all are giving chills. Like, this is so good. Like, you you all are just blowing my mind right now. Like, this is amazing. You're on fire tonight, everyone. Come on with it. Yes, hand claps, snaps, 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 all of it. Gian,
All right. Hello, I'd like to tell you
Anita, you
about.
gonna go?
Mhm.
Okay.
Do I start now? Yeah, okay. Hello, I'd like to tell you about Trucking Republic. It's a distribution business which transports companies' goods to their desired location. It will improve your life by not having to spend money on your transportation because Trucking Republic is all about transporting. It will cost only a call. Give us a call and your goods will get to their desired location. You can obtain this by going to www.truckingrepublic.com. Thank you.
All right now. You, I might tear up. Like, this is, come on with it, everyone. Yes. Thank you, John. Nina, let's go, Nina.
Hi, I'm Nina, and I love spiritual growth and evolving in all aspects. So I would like to introduce you to Nina's Get Up clothing line, where comfort meets spirituality at an affordable price. Our prices will range from $10 to $40, depending on the type of clothing you desire. We offer a diverse range of comfortable and stylish clothing infused with spiritual designs that resonate with your inner self. With every success, we're committed to giving back to our community and continually providing unbeatable deals to ensure everyone can embrace their spiritual journey without breaking the bank. You can find us at you can find us at ninasgetup.com.
Come on, Nina. Get up. Let's get on Nina's getup.com. I mean, Rosie, are you hearing I, I don't even, I'm speechless. I'm loving this.
Exactly. Yeah, this
Like,
is
like hands down, you guys are shutting it down, and we're over time. But I'm excited. Andrea, you want to go? You want to go for it? Hector, you want to go for it? Maggie, it's okay. There is no pressure. You have a week to continue to work on it. But I'm loving what I'm hearing. I love that you guys are literally taking leaps and just going for it. This is the practice. Practice, you know? So if no one else wants to go, now if anyone wants to go, I'll stay on. But if no one else wants to go, I just want to leave you with you all are enough. You're doing amazingly. When I say leaps and bounds on adults that I work with in public speaking, be very proud of yourself. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Keep practicing, keep honing in on your skills, answer those questions, give each other feedback. Don't be afraid for someone to tell you if there's things that you could do to make it better. That only makes your stuff better, right? So let's not take it personal. Let's just take the information and just go higher. Thank you so much. It's been amazing meeting all of you. And I can't wait to just hear how your pitches turn out. And welcome to the S.O.A.R family, the cohort. You are in your last week. Good luck next week. And thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry we went overtime, but you guys just, you had me speechless. So amazing, amazing. Um, thank you.
actually
It was nice meeting
yeah.
you too.
Yes, it was beautiful. Thank you so much, Professor Key. Amazing job as usual. Actually, 8 to 8:30 is our mentorship time. So while we did go over, we kind of didn't, because this is so what you're doing right now is exactly what we do from 8 to 8:30. So thank you so much for that. You're more than welcome to stay on. Just in the event that any of the scholars have questions specifically for you. Um, are there any scholars on the line who would like to take a stab at it, as Professor Key asked earlier? Anyone who didn't get to go who would like to try?
Don't
This
be
is
too
your
much in your
time.
head. Don't be
Right.
too much in your head. Literally, I practice stuff as many times as possible with as many people as possible. Are
Don't
there any
forget to fill out the
questions?
surveys as well, everyone. Surveys too, please. Sorry, Kiana. Just want to make sure they're not forgetting the survey.
Don't forget the survey. Any questions? I actually
Good
have
night. Good luck,
another.
y'all.
Good luck to everyone for the week. I have another meeting at 8.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be on. Thank you so much, Professor Key. We appreciate it.
Bye, everyone. You did amazing.
Bye. Thank you so much. All right. Do we have any scholars who want to stay on until 8:30? If not, everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you all next Tuesday.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, so when we do the final presentations, I was just wondering, do we just have to use our voices for this 1 minute, or are we allowed to like present something on a slideshow, for example?
So for this particular class, because you're going to do that in the advanced series where you're going to actually put together a presentation for this particular class, or end of course, you're just required to do the pitch. So exactly what you did is what you're going to do. You're just going to perfect it. I will let you know though, you cannot read from a prompt. So you did phenomenal, and as did all of the other scholars, but I could tell that some were reading. And you're probably more comfortable, so you need to make sure that you practice without reading.
Okay, so essentially we would have to memorize our
Yeah. Yes, because it's supposed to come organically, right? This is what you want to do. This is your baby. This is your product. You should know the product inside out. You should be able to speak to your audience and speak to the product that you're selling, right? Or the services that you're selling. And you should be able to do that with confidence. So this week, you're going to take that time to do just that.
Okay. All right, thank you so much for the
Absolutely.
clarification. This
Yeah,
is like
you're
my
very welcome.
favorite class. So
Oh, awesome. I'll let her know that. I'll let Professor Key know that for
yeah, I
sure.
really, really love, I just love learning about business and stuff. And this is like
Oh,
now like a
awesome.
really like it's spewed up as a passion. I didn't know what passion I really had. And
Mm-hmm.
I was just going over this like program. I really, really fell in love. And I actually did not know I would create my own business. And I
Oh
really
my
wanted to do
God.
this.
Listen, this is just like she said, the tip of the iceberg. Once SOAR, always SOAR. So you will always have us as a resource even after. I don't know if you registered for the advance. I
No,
hope
I
you
did.
did.
I did.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we're going to continue the momentum, and we're going to get a little bit deeper into it. Resume writing, presenting, business writing, right? So get ready for that. But I think you're doing a phenomenal job, and we're so happy to have you guys. You guys really are like serious rock stars. So keep up the great work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's all the questions I had today. So
Okay.
have a nice day.
Thank you. You too, Brianna. Bye-bye.